Welcome to Friday Flows. I missed last week, actually took the last Friday off, so I didn't get to you. So we're back this week. This week was a very much a risk-off week. S&P 500, negative 5.5 billion. Vanguard's Value Fund, another $100 billion fund, negative 4.7 billion. Invesco's QQQ, again, another measure of risk appetite, $3.5 billion of flows out. So some really big numbers on the outflows. Inflows, as you can see, even though someone to S&P 500, the IVV and Vanguard's version of the S&P 500, picked up roughly about $2 billion. So I don't know if that's people going to a cheaper version of the 500, but so there were some positive flows for those two funds. But overall, lots of movements into bond, high yield, tax exempt, total bond market, little emerging market is there, aggregate bond, and then treasury bond. Treasury bond's a little bit interesting to me. 1-year yields in treasuries of 4.7% right now. A 10-year is 3.5%. So yeah, I don't know why you would want to make that move. I'm thinking, people want to extend their duration. To me right now, I think duration is you still want to look short term there. So that's an interesting move from a flow standpoint there. But again, big moves on the downside, really kind of the outflows on risk. And jumping into the two largest on the downside, Vanguard's VTV, over the last month, you can see not too bad on the negative flows, but then this last week, people are really taking risk off the table over $6.5 billion on the month now, which is about 5% of that fund. So not a small number that came out over the last week. SPY, again, one of the largest funds in the ETF universe, over the last month, over $10 billion out now. That's a drop in the bucket for what's in this fund. But again, just tells you people are taking risk off, and big number this week, $5.8 billion in 1 week. So people really, taking it off, taking that risk off. The end of the month trades are also kind of interesting sometimes because those can be advisor rebalances and things like that. Although that's a bigger number than we would typically see in a rebalance scenario. But anyway, so hope this was insightful. Again, risk off this week. Investors taking money, looks like really off the table, not even pushing into bonds or anywhere else. It just looks like they took some risk off the table. So be interesting to see what happens next week. So I hope you'll have a good weekend.